Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Advice with Prince. Yeah, because like you said, like, you get cast, and then the casting director, like, oh, yeah, get on that. I got this character that's the same character. He can do it
Yep.
again. And then,
Yeah.
and that's why, like, a lot of actors, they quit after, like, 10, 15 years. And they're like, I'm done, because they keep getting cast in the same role. But I think it's up to us as the actor to kind of say no. And also, you have an agent, you got a manager, sometimes you got families to take care of. So, so sometimes you can't say no. But deep down inside, if you know it's something you don't want to do, then you should probably do your best to avoid that situation.
Yeah.
If possible.
Yeah. You have to sleep with you at night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I tell people that all the time. I tell myself that all the time. It's like, I've been fortunate and blessed enough to kick it with a lot of the actors, especially here in Detroit. A lot of people involved with entertainment here in Detroit. I know a lot of them, and that's a blessing because I remember a time when I didn't know anybody. I remember a time fresh out of college. Somebody told me, I asked them, could I audition for their show? And they were like, nah, man. They was like, I already know what you can do. And they was like, plus you a director anyway. You're not even an actor. And I was like, huh? Oh, and that's when I was like, oh, Detroit don't know I act. Okay. All right, well, let me go start the audition for some stuff. Let me go get into some stuff. And then, so I remember that place compared to now. Like, it's a little weird.
It's very different. Because Henri is low-key famous here. People call him all the time. He's a coach, acting coach. And so I'll call him. I'm like, okay, I got this scene. Can we sit down? And 15 years ago, people were like, whatever. But now you're really hot, and it takes a long time to get there. It's real build. For that career to kind of take off, and now people kind of take it for granted. Like, oh yeah, he on TV and all that. Because he probably on some kind of commercial every single day.
Yeah. Listen, man. It's a blessing, man. I'm gonna tell you though, dude. I love being on set, man. Listen, plays. Doing the actual plays is a phenomenal feeling. It's a phenomenal feeling. Like, it really, really is. But the energy of being on multi-million-dollar sets, bro, is like, ooh, it feel different, dude. You know what I'm saying? It just has I feel like it's a different spiritual atmosphere almost, dude. It just feel different, man. I've been blessed to be a part of several of them. And it's the professionalism, how they treat you, you being able to see what's happening all around, not only just what people see when they watch the show or when they watch the movie, but you being to see how y'all did that and how this happened. And the big difference is, like, when I learned how the difference between acting for theater and acting for film and on television, I learned that by actually being in films and on television, by watching the other actors, you know what I'm saying? By being able to be in a scene with Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, by being able to be in a scene with Mark Strong and see what he's doing, by being in scenes with some of the lead characters on Chicago PD and on Detroiters, and like watching these cats. Like, I watch a lot. I like to watch and observe while I'm on set and in real life, because it helps me put tools into my tool belt. But, you know, in theater, at Wayne State, we were taught to project, and we had to throw our voice to the back of the last seat in the balcony with no mics. So that's where I come from naturally in terms of my training. But in film and television, dude, you are not talking that loud, and you don't have to. You're not really doing a whole too much with your body, man. It's really expressive all in here. And from that experience, I learned how to turn my voice down. Mm-hmm. I learned how to really use my facial expressions to express myself, because your eyes don't lie. Your eyes tell you exactly what your brain is thinking. The eyes don't lie. The body lies. It can. The mouth for sure lies. Definitely. But the eyes and numbers don't lie. They don't lie, man.
They can't. You know, that's really good, because some screen actors don't want to do stage, and some stage actors don't want to do screen. I remember the first self-tape I did, I called you, and I had no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, and you're like, well, one, first off, don't look at the camera. Well, that's number one. Don't. I did that a lot. Like, no, don't do that.
And stop. Prince, stop. Stop. Stop looking. Stop. Right.
You told me every shit, you're like, no, you're doing it. No. So, how do you prepare for both? Like, because they are so different. Because being on stage, you got the audience, and of course, you know, the backstage, you got all these people running around, and it's very chaotic, and you got the audience. But then, you know, for a TV or for a film set, it's a lot of people still, but it's a lot more control, I think.
Yes, it is.
Because, first of all, you have to be quiet. Like, you can't talk. And also, it's a longer process. So can you take us through how you prepare for both and what goes into it?
Yeah. So it's a lot of similarities, but they are different in terms of execution. Okay, so for a play, let's say a union play, an equity play, right? So you'll have between 3 or 4 weeks of rehearsal, Monday through Friday, 8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. And then you'll usually have weekends off until Tech Week. Tech Week is a whole week of rehearsal, but it's also, they call it Tech Week because it's for the technical side. So it's for all the technical designers of the show to come and bring what they've been working on, and you put all the elements together so you can be ready for opening night, right? Well, actually get ready for preview night. So you know, that process is most of the times it's 6 weeks or maybe a little less to go ahead and get ready for a whole production. And we're talking about a 100-page play. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work that goes into that. In terms of preparing for that, the first thing I like to do is I'll read my script. Just read the whole script first. I don't do anything with it. I don't touch it. I just read it all the way through. Then after that, I'll read it again, but then this time I'll highlight my lines, right? After that, I will do a voice recording of all of my lines on my voice recorder app on my iPhone. So I use that to try to memorize the lines with the technique of, you remember back in the day when we used to have a tape player, and if you wanted to learn the song, you had to rewind the tape, play it back, learn that little part, and then keep doing that till you pick it up and you had the words, right? I do the same thing with my scripts and my cell phone. So I play it and I keep listening to it like it's a song until I have the words memorized and I can go faster than my recording and not mess up. That's how I know I have the words memorized. And I do that for both theater and film scripts. And that's how I know I have the lines memorized. But I memorize them also with no emotion. Like it's strictly just the words, because once you get into the process with the other actor, it helps to make the emotion real because you're reacting to whatever they're giving you. So I do that. Go to rehearsal, get ready and go knock it out on opening night. But in terms of TV, I still do the same memorization process, but there's no rehearsal.
Yeah.
There's no rehearsal. You don't no. When you get hired to do a TV gig, don't think they about to sit you down at the table and do a whole bunch of rehearsal, dog. No. That you might do some read-throughs of the script depending on how high you are on the totem pole when you've been cast. But if you coming in and doing a co-star role or a guest star role, they're not about to sit at no table and do no rehearsal with you. You come in with your lines memorized.
Mm-hmm.
You come to set. You go to your trailer. You change your clothes. You wait until they take you to the hair and makeup trailer. You go get your hair and makeup done.
A long time too. You wait a long
Yeah. They say hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. You know what I'm saying? Then you report to set. You do one rehearsal take just so everybody is comfortable and know how we hitting it with the cameras and everything. And then after that, we rolling camera for a real go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they close the warehouse doors. It's got the red light on the outside. You know what I'm saying? That says taping or filming. It's the process. I'm getting excited talking about it, bro. The process, dude, I freaking love it, and I'm so grateful that I did theater first, because in doing theater first, it helps me in terms of my memorization, not to mess up my lines, but it also helps me if I do mess up my lines to improv, keep the scene moving without stopping it, without messing it up. And if you are a film actor and you go do stage, you're not used to that process like that. You know what I'm saying? With film, they can go, all right, cut, let's do it again. Stage, there is no cut, dog.
You keep going.
You keep going. They call it covering. So when something goes wrong or something happens that's not planned and that did not happen in rehearsal, you have to cover and keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I prepare for them the pretty much the same way, but the delivery part of it is where it differs. And then, bro, film and television, they have crafty, man. They have craft services, bro. So it's like I compare it to being a kid and your parent taking you into the gas station and saying, hey, get whatever you want. Yeah. Whatever you want, however much you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what crafty is. It's like, yo, you just got this food. It's just here. It's just out here for you to eat. Now, you mess around and get fat being on set. So you got to be careful because it's whatever you want and it's just there and it's free. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a beautiful experience, man. I've been very blessed so far, and honestly, I'm very grateful because I've met people like you. You know what I'm saying? And very talented people like you and others in the industry, man. And the fact that, again, it's so humbling to me. The fact that I remember when nobody knew who I was and what I was doing. And now, like, if I go see a play, like, people, like, come up to me for feedback after. Like, and it's like, I remember the first time that happened, it was very weird to me, dude. Because I was like, I was talking to one person, and they was like, all right, bet. And then it was a line behind them, like legit, like 4 or 5 other people behind them. And I looked, and that person moved, and the next person walked up and was like, all right, my turn. I was like, what?
Okay.
But you know, it was very humbling because it was like, man, look at the progression and look where God can take you from. You know what I'm saying? And then what people got to understand for me is, I feel like I have been blessed and I have accomplished some things thus far, but I got so much more work to do and so many more things I want to do. Like, this ain't nothing yet. This is, I mean, it's something. It's cool. It's a blessing, but it's levels to this game. Heavy. It's heavy levels to this game. And now, you know, the people that I'm meeting and the people that I'm competing with in terms of roles, you know, I'm competing against people that folks know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now I gotta chisel into that network and chisel into that group, man, and start breaking into some of those, man. But it's all in a matter of time, man. I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe anything happens by accident. I think there's a purpose in everything that happens to us. And I believe everything is happening for us. Even the stuff we don't like or the stuff that's not comfortable is happening for us to cause growth and to cause motion, and to cause progression. You know what I'm saying? You don't move when you're comfortable. When you're comfortable, you don't move. You chilling. It's comfortable. It feels good. It's not until you are uncomfortable that you actually move. And you cannot progress without movement. So when something happens in your life and it's uncomfortable, I feel like it's God, or you can call it whatever you want, God, universe, whatever, higher power, whatever you call it. I feel like that thing is pushing on you to progress to the next spot in your life.
Oh yeah. And that's good that you turn, because you know, cause I've known you for years now. It's been almost 10 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. And you were so nice, cause you know, some people you don't always get that in this business. Some people.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. But like so like whenever you see like a young actor, like, you know, a 18-year-old, what kind of like draws you? What makes you go to them and like talk to them and be like, hey, this is how this works. How do you know that person is ready to take that knowledge from you?
I think it depends on where I see them at and what's happening and what they're doing. Some people it's a look. So it's just their appearance. And when I say a look, I don't necessarily mean just gorgeous. Like, oh man, this person is beautiful. Like, yo, you need to go do this. That's not what I mean. Like, if I was recruiting for modeling, then yeah, probably. You know what I'm saying? But for acting, it's just a look that is either underserved or it is unique. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be 6'3", no body fat. You know what I'm saying? All of that, or you know, for a woman 5'5", very curvy, no stomach. It doesn't mean all of that. You know what I'm saying? It can be, you know, and you can get cast for roles like that. But legit in film and movies, man, it's roles for everybody. You just got to find the project that it's in. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the tough part. You know, being able to find the projects that's looking for you, that's looking for your type. Because this, dude, when you really think about all the programming that is on TV and on all of these platforms, these different platforms, we are talking thousands of television, thousands of shows, bro. Maybe tens of thousands of shows. And each one of those shows needs at least one actor, at least one. But most of the time, it's hundreds of actors. So look at how many job opportunities are out here, you know? Now, finding them and being connected with them is another thing, but them existing, they exist. You just got to find them, man. And it's sometimes that's easier for one type than another, you know? You know, it's a Caucasian male will probably be requested for way more scripts than maybe an African-American male. But that's not to say that the opportunity is not out there and that the work is not out there. It's too many shows just on TV alone, bro. And you have 24 hours in a day. you have a television network like, I don't know, ABC, or no, let's pick something. It's Showtime, or HBO. You have 24 hours of programming every day, 365. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of people working, man. And that's why when this industry, when Detroit lost the incentive, when Michigan lost the incentive, it hurt so many people, man, because so many people were working, dude. And not only was it the people that was on set, but it was the people who owned the companies that were supplying the food and supplying the trucks and, you know, supplying the makeup for the people who were working on set.
Yeah, people don't realize, and you know, now we got this quarantine, and people are like starting to realize just how important entertainment is, because the shows, they take 9 months out of the year, but like right now, like back in March, people were probably just wrapping up the last couple shows, and they probably didn't get to their season finale. So now, you know, we don't know when we can go back to work, really. And of course, because what we do requires either a big audience or hundreds of people in one room. We don't know when that's going to come back. So I think people are starting to see, like, what am I going to watch in a couple months? And so I think, and the actors, and you can talk some more about this, actors are now starting to be like, oh, well, how am I going to eat?
Yeah.
One thing that I learned that's very important is to know what everyone does. Know how to direct, know how to write, know how to act, know how to produce. Just in case two of those things are no longer an option, you can go right and do something and put out something and, you know, make some money. Because there's money to be made out here. Just now we have to do things very differently. This for now. So can you talk a little more about how it is right now for you?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Before I answer that though, I want to backtrack and finish the previous question that you asked me, because I don't think I finished that. I think I jumped on the tangent and drifted a little bit. In terms of what I look for in younger people, energy or exuberance, you know, positive attitude, courage to jump out there and participate, courage to jump out there and do it, the willingness to listen and take notes or advice and apply it quickly. So I'm looking for those things in people or in what they're doing before I even talk to them. If I don't have the chance to observe all of that out of them, it'll be based on look. Yeah. But if I have the chance, like if I'm at a show or if I'm teaching a class or teaching a workshop, or I'm at a school for a school event and I'm seeing a school play or something like that, like it's certain individuals sometimes that ping you. I call it like a ping. Okay. So for acting purposes, it's certain people that just ping you and that you pay attention to. It's kind of like I compare it to like your love life. Everybody doesn't pique your interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you go through the airport, pay attention one time when you go through the airport about how many people in the airport are not attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people at the airport. Or go to the mall and just pay attention to how it's like a lot of people that's just pay attention to the ratio of who you're attracted to, just physically, who you're attracted to versus how many that you're not. And it's way more people that you're not attracted to versus the ones that's like, ooh, oh, Well, it's the same thing with with actors. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to just go trying to talk to everybody because I don't have time for that. Like you said it earlier, it might be kind of hard to reach me sometimes. And that's not on purpose. Like, I'm just not ducking and dodging people. Like, nah, man.
Busy, y'all. He working. He working.
Yeah, I just be into stuff. And the same thing happened to me, dude. The same thing happens to me. I have friends that are famous right now that I don't get in touch with very well sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit them up and it'll be like 2 weeks before they get back. But I get it, though. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? So I look for those qualities. And then I pay attention to who comes and asks me for help. And then I gauge their hunger from there to see how much energy I'm going to give them. You know what I'm saying? I'll give them, like, if somebody come and ask me for help with something, I'll give them like some minor assignment. Like, all right, go watch such and such and then tell me what you saw. And if it take them a month to watch it and to come tell me back what they saw, it's like, you don't really want it. Right? So I know I don't have to spend a lot of energy with that person right now. Now, in terms of what am I doing right now, so I'm preparing to really transition into a lot more self-taping, right?
And for those that don't know what that is, a casting director, they'll give you like some kind of scene to do, and you just like record yourself doing that scene. Though when he says self-tape, that's what that means.
Yeah. So you're taping yourself at home, right? You're self-taping. So definitely have grabbed a bunch of self-tape equipment, and I've had my self-tape set up for a while because I've been auditioning for stuff out of town for a couple years now. But I realize I have to get my studio, my audio equipment together in terms of doing voiceover auditions at the house. Because usually I would go to my agent to audition for voiceovers, and I've been very blessed, and I've booked a lot of commercial voiceover work. But now, you can't go into the office, but somebody else send a request for something, and so, I have a task to get some audio stuff in place to be able to do that, so I can keep that revenue stream coming in. But also, just as an artist, if you're an artist as an entertainer, I think it's very important that you do focus on your art, but you also have to pay your bills. You have to pay your bills. And the beautiful sweet spot is when your art is paying your bills. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. That's what you want. That's what we aiming at. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal, when the art is paying the bills. And until you get to that place, you have to find creative ways to bring in some income, and it could be anything that is going to fit your schedule, your acting schedule. So you have to know, most television gigs are happening during the daytime. Just about all auditions are happening. In-person auditions are happening in the daytime. I've never been to a nighttime in-person television audition, like ever. Like, it's during business hours. Now, if oh shoot, phone about to die. If somebody hits you up like, yeah, come to this TV show audition 9:00 at my office in private. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that. Don't do
that. Yeah, that could get hairy. Yeah. But I know a lot of actors that drive Uber, man. Drive Lyft. There's a lot of actors that will if you're doing stage, it's a lot of people who are doing stage, and that's non-union stage. Non-union stage is usually happening with nighttime rehearsals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually nighttime rehearsals for non-union stage.
Like,
everybody in the production got a day job.
From like 6 to 10,
Yep.
the hours that.
Yeah, it's usually like 6 to 10 in the evening. So if you have a day job and you're working in the mornings, then that fits for you, you know. But if you're doing television, you know, if you're doing film and television, a lot of those auditions and majority of the filming is taking place during the day. So you got to have you either a night gig, or you got to have something flexible that you could schedule yourself whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? But again, the ultimate goal is to have a gig or multiple gigs, some stuff coming in from your art that's paying for everything, man. And that junk. There's no feeling like that. It is no feeling like when you do something you love and get paid and can take care of the people you love from it. Come on, man. What?
Yeah, cause like I said, he works a lot, and believe me, he getting paid out here, okay?
I'm trying to make some coin. I could always use more coin though. And yeah, we'll take
always more. Always.
Yeah.
There's always something you can do.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. I've had the best time. Tell them how they can connect with you, how they can find you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely. Across social media, it's Henri Franklin, at Henri Franklin. So that's HENRI Franklin.
Don't call him Henry.
You can call me. It's really Henri. I will respond when you call me Henry though. I'm used to it. Yeah, but across all social media. And then you can go to henrifranklin.com. You can shoot me an email from there. I'll respond. So yeah, man. Just catch me out here in these streets. Well, no, not right now.
Well, yeah, we're gonna wait.
Prince, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on here, man. This has been awesome, bro. Thanks, man.
I also thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to follow me on social media, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Passion, romance, sex, sin, pain, and death. Love unexpected. When you think you know your partner, think again.